In this video, we will be looking into the loss of pay settings in Fedena. In order to access the loss of pay settings, you need to go to Menu, Administration and Human Resource. Before proceeding with the LOP settings, you should do some configuration under HR settings. Click on HR settings. Now click on leave types. Here you should be creating the leave types in Fedena by clicking Add Leave Type option. You can create the leave types by mentioning the leave count for the employees. So whatever the count that you will be mentioning here will be credited to the employee's account. Once you created the leave type, you can go back to HR module and go to payroll and payslip management option. The next thing you need to do is create the payroll categories. Click on payroll categories. As you can see on the screen, these are the payroll categories earnings as well as the deductions created already. You can create a new payroll category by clicking this option on the top. Once you're done with the payroll category creation, go back to payroll and payslip management. Now you can create a payroll group. By clicking this, you can see already created payroll groups. Click on create payroll groups in order to create a new group. So once you created a payroll group, you can click on view so that you can see the details of the group that you have created right now. So once you're done with that, you can add the employees. Click on employees. So all the employees assigned to this particular group will be displaying in this table. In case you want to add more number of employees, you can click on assign employees so that you can add the payroll to the selected employees. Once you add the employees, go back to payroll group. You can see LOP settings option here. Click on LOP settings. Here you will be able to configure the loss of pay method. In case you don't want to enable LOP deduction for this employees coming under the selected group, you can click on LOP not applicable. In case you want to enable it, and you need to mention the settings for LOP, you need to enable the LOP deduction first. Then you can see here loss of pay amount. So we are actually calculating LOPA, which is the loss of pay amount. The first thing you need to calculate is the loss of pay for 1 working day. What is the amount that you will be giving to the employees for 1 working day? That you should be calculating here. Generally, you can go for 3 types of method here. One is numeric, where you can mention the numeric value. Let's say I will be deducting 1000 for 1 working day. And you can mention a formula here by clicking the second option so that you can mention some formula like gross divided by number of working days. The number of working days will be coming from the HR settings page where you have mentioned that number of working days monthly, bi-weekly, semi-monthly as well as weekly. After creating the formula, you can just scroll down and here you can see the calculation method for total loss of pay amount. So it will be cost of 1 working day, which we have calculated right here, multiplied with the number of loss of pay leave. The number of loss of pay leave will be calculated based on the attendance register we have in Fedena. So the loss of pay leave, the total number of loss of pay leave, let's consider as LOPD, which can be multiplied with cost for 1 working day, will be giving you the total loss of pay amount, which should be deducted from the salary, which can be treated as LOPA. Now, we can just look into the next one, where the deduction method of loss of pay amount. So how do you want to deduct the loss of pay amount? You can choose it from here. So the first one is LOPA as a deduction. That means it will be adding a separate deduction category, loss of pay amount. As an example, you can see here the loss of pay amount is 500 and the basic salary you can see 2000. Then HRA is an earning category which is 1000, and you can see the loss of pay has been added here as a deduction which is 500. So in case you want to follow this type of method, you can choose the first one. There's another method where you can deduct the LOP from payroll categories. Some institutions will be following like this. They want to deduct the LOP amount only from the basic salary. In this case, you can just go to deduct LOPA from payroll categories. Now you can see for each of the category, you can see earning categories as well as the deduction categories here. You can have a formula for each of these categories. Let's say I want to deduct LOP amount from only basic pay. I can click on add LOP condition. Now I can mention the formula here. Let's say I want to do a formula like this. Basic N is nothing but the code you can see here for basic pay, which is I'll be giving like this LOPA. That means I am deducting the LOP amount from the basic pay. I can click on add LOP condition. You can see here the formula has been created here, which is basic minus loss of pay amount. So like this, you can configure LOP condition for each of the payroll categories based on the requirement. So once you have done with that, you can click on save. Now we have done with the LOP settings in Fedena. Let's take an example now. We can go to attendance register for marking attendance for the employees. Click on menu, human administration, go to human resource, then go to employee leave management. Here you can see the attendance register, click on that. Now select the department. Try marking absence for few employees. So we have 2 employees here already marked absence. So I can click on SL. Now I can choose the leave type. I'm choosing casual leave, which I have already created in the settings. Now you can see the message here. This will be an additional leave since the employee has insufficient leave balance. Now you can mark as deductible leave, which will be treated as an LOP in Fedena. Or you can uncheck this, which will not be treated as an LOP. You can click on this one and you can just mention the reason for absence. Then you can click on submit. Confirm it. Now you can see the cross mark has been added here. That means the employee marked as absence. Now we can go for employee leave management, back to the employee leave management, go to attendance report. Now you can view that this particular employee has taken 5 leaves in total. Out of that, 3 additional leave and the loss of pay leave are 3. So you can see like this. Now we can go for generating the pay slip for the employees. Go back to HR module. Now click on payroll and pay slip management. So these 2 options can be used for generating the pay slip. The first one is pay slip for payroll groups, where we can create pay slips based on the payroll groups. The next one is pay slip for employees. We can generate the pay slip for individual employees. So I'll show an example now. Click on pay slip for the employees. Just search for that particular employee. Now you can click on generate pay slip. So here you can see the mode we have selected is deduct from basic pay. We have given a formula for basic pay where I'll be deducting the LOP, loss of pay amount, from basic pay only. So here you can see 3 days are treated as LOP now. 3 additional leave taken by the employee and now 3 treated as LOP. In case you want to exclude, you can just select the leave. So let's say I'm just selecting only 1. I just want to consider only 1 leave as additional leave. I can click on select additional leave now. You can see only 1 day selected as the LOP. And the amount is showing here as per the formula we have given in the LOP settings. It is showing here only this much amount. And this is the total amount should be deducted from the employee salary. As per the formula we have given in the settings page, the amount got deducted from the basic pay. So the actual salary structure can be seen here. Actual salary basic pay was 20,000. So after deducting that, this particular amount, which came up to 18,626. Based on the new basic pay, other earnings and deductions will be updated. So you can compare with this. This was the dearness allowance. Before deducting the LOP, you can see here 8,000. After deducting the LOP, the amount changed to this much. Like this, you can see the changed amounts for each of the categories. You can generate a pay slip by enabling the LOP now. This is one method, and we can configure the second method now. So I'll just go to payroll groups. I will just view the group and click on LOP settings. Now I can choose the first option, which will be LOP as a deduction. I'm enabling that, I'm saving it. Come back to the next page, reload the page. You can see here LOP has been added as a deduction category. So this is the LOP amount in total. You can even select the leave. Let's say I want to include 2 additional leave. I can select it, and this is the amount which will be deducted from the salary. So there is no change in the basic pay. In the first option, we have seen that the basic pay will be getting changed. That means we have put a formula only for basic pay. So the basic pay will be getting altered when we are putting a formula only for basic pay in order to deduct LOP amount from the basic pay component. Now there is no change in the salary structure, and we have added loss of pay as a separate deduction. Now I can click on generate payslip for this employee. The payslip has been generated for the particular employee. Now as a finance person, I can approve or reject the payslip. We can go to finance now. Click on menu, administration, finance. Now go to employee payslip management. Click on approve payslip. And for the month, you can see here the pay period. For me, you can see 2 generated out of 5 and approved is 1, pending is 1. I can click on the pay period, go to the payroll group, click on view payslips. Now this is the payslip that we have generated right now. Click on view payslip, and these are the payslip components that with the amount. You can click on approve or reject it. So click on approve. I'm just approving the payslip. Now the payslip has been approved. The amount will be shown in the finance report. We can log in as an employee now. So we can go to the employee. So log in as employee 001. This is the dashboard of the employee. Now click on menu, go to my profile. Here under salary, click on payslips. Select a month, click on May 2017, and this is the payslip that we have generated and approved for this particular employee for the month of May 2017.